Do you folks go to the movies?
Time-wasting activities like movies have all been eliminated.
Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Piccoli atom an la penso ito.
We're looking at Star Pilot.
Holy cow!
A strange discovery draws Professor Solmy,
Concentrate on your driving, Louisa.
his assistant Paolo,
Just watch the road, please, honey.
and daughter Louisa, whose driving is of such concern to everyone.
There, calm down, Louisa.
Possible Louisa has some form of attention deficit disorder.
But they might be secret agents. Come on.
On the other hand, much as I love 1960s Italian horror, 1960s Italian sci-fi I find boring, and it turns out Louisa is what was missing.
Ready!
Her inability to stand still and determination to do everything with a flourish livens up an otherwise dreary premise. My rock detector is off the scale. Although, what that premise is, the team investigate. What was that? Is there a lion down there? After dinner and a game of Pictionary,
We now know this.
they head for bed. But
Louisa!
An earthquake!
has dislodged my clothes. It's possible she's on something.
Look at all those colors.
A few hours of digging reveals.
I have no idea what this is.
Then. And inside.
What is this?
Louisa!
Stop touching things!
Did you ever see the drawings of extraterrestrials they found on the walls of that cave? I read an article.
In some woman's magazine.
Oh, we're on a spaceship. Can't you idiots see that?
They then leave.
Let's get back to the hut at once.
Which is the sensible thing to do, but I mean, would you? Meanwhile, inside the ship,
The terrestrials who discovered our spacecraft will have to repair it for us.
I really hate the technologically superior aliens need humans to fix their spaceship trope. But the team have other worries.
Raise your hands.
And what do you want?
Make no mistake. We are Oriental, not Chinese.
And you better get it right.
I'll be very sorry, as I will kill you.
They think the professor is developing a weapon of some sort and force the team back underground, where they encounter the aliens' robot. Winning the Dark Corner's Chappie Award for cinema's least cool robot. Doesn't last long, and we're into a hilarious fight. Fortunately, the Orientals are terrible shots. Now the aliens get involved.
Look at that!
Calm down, Louisa. The aliens are led by Kaina.
And to begin with, I'd like to introduce Artie and Belsi, my officers.
They've been here for 2 years waiting for someone to fix their ship for them.
That's ridiculous.
To ensure Solmy's cooperation, Louisa is taken hostage, giving her the opportunity to do some subtle flirting with Belsi. And when that doesn't work,
How about sex?
come on, Louisa, play a little hard to get. But I've got to think that Belsi's description of his homeworld, Hydra, will be a bit of a turn-off.
Misfits are taken to the disintegrators.
There goes our core audience.
Naturally, we make our robots out of all the substandard races.
This is a breakneck shift in tone.
Same as Hitler did.
To keep track of the team,
These are teletransmitters. They keep us informed of everything you say and everything you do by sending a picture to our control screen.
disobedience will result in electrocution,
Ah, it's you, Belsi.
which doesn't stop Louisa from being a diva hostage.
Your meals for 7 days.
Now listen, every once in a while I don't mind dieting, but not on pills.
But how can they send for help without the aliens knowing? Oh, that's subtle. Also weird that the cameras send back an image from a completely different perspective. They have a better idea. Morse code. Clever.
Did you all hear that? Do you believe us now? Do something quick! Hurry! Hurry!
Not so clever.
There was no need for you to do that.
There really wasn't. The ship is repaired, but the humans are still needed.
The crew will consist of your 2 Chinese friends, Professor Solmy, and you.
We're actually not Chinese. The ship takes off to the shock of some typical Italian locals. I'd say this was clumsy stereotyping, but it's an Italian film. Now in space...
You forgot to restore the girl's simulated weight as Belsey.
How unfortunate.
Oh, how long do I have to stay up here? Why don't you do something?
Now what?
As far as I'm concerned, there's only one thing to do. Let's go, Franco!
He had a gun? Artie and Belsey are given transfusions by their captives, but the ship is now way off course.
Did you know we've been caught in a photon shower and can't get out?
I think Elvis had a song about it. So far, this has been watchable nonsense, largely thanks to The Louisa Show.
But I can't stay like this. Oh.
But now the humans have helped the aliens, we're into the teach me about this earth emotion you call love section.
I felt other sensations since Earth blood started flowing in my veins.
Really sidelining the Nazi stuff and electrocution of their friend. Things liven up briefly. Has anyone seen a black obelisk? But these guys don't prove much of a threat. Now they encounter a Russian spaceship.
Hey, Tovarich!
Which hints at a terrible truth.
As far as we're concerned, at the velocity at which we're traveling, a few days have passed by. But on the Earth, it's entirely different. It could be weeks, months, years, even decades.
And while they've been away, so they go to Hydra instead. That's the place where the substandard races are turned into robots. But when they arrive, my hometown's been turned into a model. Hydra 2 is now defunct, with only those substandard folk remaining.
He says the survivors of 2 worlds can begin a new life in the hope of everlasting peace.
I wonder if this was originally an exercise in po-faced political allegory.
It must be terribly serious.
And then someone added Louisa,
I walk on stage for the grand finale.
making it wildly uneven. But without her, I can't tell you how boring this would be.
I have to give you yesterday's figure, because so far today we haven't measured it.
Oh, the tension. Sadly, her involvement tapers, as does the film, meandering its plotless way towards some sort of conclusion.
Well, at least it got a laugh out of you.
It did, and it's taught me something I never really thought about before. What every alien visitor movie needs is for first contact to be made with someone with the attention span of a stunned gnat, because then you get through the explanations really quickly. Thanks for watching. Why not pick up some stylish Dark Corners merchandise at TeePublic? There's a link in the description below. What other movies would be improved by Louisa? Let us know in the comments below. All movies would be improved by Louisa, is the obvious answer there.
No one will ever know the story. Nobody except us.